Everyone told you fancy strikes are just for the highlight reel. Reckless, low percentage ego moves thrown by fighters who want a poster more than a win. And honestly, for 90% of the people throwing them, that's true. But the other 10%, the ones who understand the setup, the timing, the why, those guys are turning circus tricks into legitimate weapons. Tonight, we're breaking down 5 of the flashiest strikes in MMA, with real fight footage proving every single one belongs in a serious game plan. No fluff. Just proof. Let's start with the one that broke the internet. Round 2. UFC Fight Island 5. Joaquin Buckley throws a left body kick that Impa Kasanganay catches. As Kasanganay holds the foot, Buckley pivots 360 degrees, and when he comes back around, he kicks Kasanganay squarely in the face with his other foot. Lights out. Kasanganay later admitted he held the kick too long. The moment he did, Buckley still had a base leg and a pivot point. The spinning back kick isn't just an insane athletic moment. It's a counterweapon that turns your opponent's defensive instinct against them. Knockout of the year? Legitimate? Proven. But spinning kicks aren't just for when things go sideways. Sometimes they're the whole plan, and nobody proved that better than Wonderboy. Stephen Thompson dropped Jake Ellenberger with a spinning hook kick. When Ellenberger wobbled back up, Thompson threw another, caught him on the temple, turned out his lights. One of the most decorated welterweights in the game, finished by a man fighting like he never left the karate dojo. Which, to be fair, he kinda didn't. Thompson's entire MMA game is karate style. The stance, the movement, the techniques. He uses distance management as a weapon, baiting you into stepping forward, and the moment you do, the spin is already loaded. The kick isn't reckless. It's a trap with a spinning exit. Now, if spinning kicks are impressive, wait until we talk about spinning elbows, because nothing hits harder at close range, and nothing is more disorienting than one you never saw coming. Yair Rodriguez versus Chan Sung Jung, UFC Fight Night 139 in Denver. 1 second left in round 5. Rodriguez ducks as Jung charges forward and delivers a crushing upward reverse elbow, right on the money. The Korean Zombie freezes and collapses. It tied the record for the latest knockout in UFC history. All fight long, Rodriguez had been spinning into elbows, spinning into back fists. Jung had been chasing him for 5 rounds. He ran straight into it. The spinning elbow wasn't a Hail Mary. It was the payoff of a consistent, patient setup. Here's a question for you: Yair Rodriguez's last-second elbow or Buckley's spinning back kick? Which one was the more technically impressive finish? Comment your answer below, because the next strike on this list might just change your vote. Molly McCann, March 2022, the O2 Arena in London. Against Luana Carolina, McCann catches her opponent's kick, and as Carolina frames with her forearm, McCann turns on her heel and launches a spinning elbow that slices through the open side. Connected perfectly with the jaw. Lights off instantly. The setup was the clinch. Tight space eliminated Carolina's ability to see or react to the rotation. When you can't step back, you can't avoid the elbow. That's not a lucky shot. That's geometry. Then in her very next fight, McCann landed another spinning elbow to finish Hannah Goldie in round 1. Once is a highlight, twice is a system. Now the sneakiest strike on the list, the one that doesn't look like a knockout until the moment it is. The question mark kick. It can look like a teep, a front kick, a low kick, a roundhouse, or an oblique kick. That's not one fake. That's 5 fakes in one motion. Most fighters read body kick and drop their hands, tilting their jaw directly into the strike with their own momentum. They knock themselves out. Israel Adesanya has used it to devastating effect, including a knockout finish against Stuart Dare that earned him his UFC contract. He walked into the biggest promotion in the world on the back of a kick that looks like it's going somewhere else entirely. That's not a gimmick. That's elite-level deception. Every strike we broke down tonight worked for the same reason. The fighter understood when and why to use it. Fancy strikes don't fail because they're fancy. They fail when thrown at the wrong moment, against the wrong opponent, for the wrong reason. Throw them right, and they're not highlight reel moves. They're fight-ending, career-defining, history-making weapons. If this breakdown changed how you look at striking, subscribe. We break down the science behind the chaos every single week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next.